RC Underground Radio is your go-to podcast for everything RC.
Everything about Kirby's is awesome.
Especially the owner. He's so hot.
I could never find anyone like him on Tinder. For the record, I'm not on Tinder, just so you know.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I was kind of getting worried there.
More of a grinder guy.
Each episode features top-notch guests, industry leaders, and you, the racer.
Do you guys realize how much it costs to be friends with this dude?
So, grab your transmitter, buckle up, and join us on RC Underground Radio.
Say words.
Here are your hosts, Dave Brinkman and TJ Greer.
Well, welcome to another week of RC Underground Radio. Had a great time. Actually drove to Ohio, went to Black Swamp RC Raceway for the Ohio State Championships. Great group of racers, an amazing racetrack, impeccably taken care of, super fast, super grippy. But let's not waste any more time. Let's check out some of the footage from the RC Underground Road Show.
Right now, Chris Keller has got the hero lap of the 3798. 3799 for Rick Monty and 3856 for Oaks. 63402, 62401, 61401. Rick still up on top there ahead of the scoop 2, 52402 for Keller. Full switch back. Oaks is also improving. The gap between Monahan and Keller is 1.1.
All right, everybody, we're here at Black Swamp Raceway in Ohio, in Bowling Green, Ohio. And I got my first guest of the day. You're going to hear a lot of him today because you're the official announcer. Who we got with us today?
Chris Fowler.
Chris, you're good on the mic, buddy.
That's what they say. What they say. They brought me back last year. I just showed up. I was an actual racer.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden I just grabbed the mic and took over, and they're like, wow. Thanks for doing that.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I was like, they brought me back, and I'm looking forward to it. Apparently we've got some exciting things happening at halftime during the rounds of qualifying in the main, so I'm really looking forward to partaking in that.
Yes. We'll talk more about that as the day goes. One of the reasons I'm here, we're part of that program, so we're super excited to see how that goes. Yeah.
So am I. I can't wait to see that individual's face when those things come out.
Yeah, we just did a version of it at a dirt race. Well, we did it at RC Chili Bowl, and it was super cool.
Well, I heard that was a big exciting thing too.
Man,
I heard that guy walked out of the building and was like smiling ear to ear and didn't expect that.
Yeah, it was actually a 12-year-old girl.
12-year-old girl.
And the week before, she was at the Mud Boss, because they split up RC Chili Bowl this year. So,
I didn't know that. Yeah. I thought it was all one whole week.
Yeah, well, it is still a whole week, but they did a whole extra week of Mud Boss and mods.
Mud Boss and mods. Because it's so popular.
It's so popular, and with all the classes. If you've ever been to RC Chili Bowl, it's
never have. It's on my bucket list though.
Well, I'm going next year, buddy.
I'm a carpet oval racer. I'm not a dirt guy.
You gotta see it. I grew up on carpet since '79 with my dad, and that's all we ran for 30 years. I've just recently kind of learning through the show, learning more about dirt, and I'll tell you what, it's addictive. Once you run
this whole hobby, no matter what sector you're in, is addictive. Whether it be carpet, dirt. Now I hear the drag racing thing is pretty popular still.
Yeah,
guys get addicted to that, and their wives are like, honey, you're spending like $2,000 on tires in an event.
Right.
It's like because it's about the only sector of the hobby right now that you could go, pay some money, and you actually get money back.
Yeah, right.
And then you can buy back in, and then you're still in the hunt for like thousands of dollars. I heard like Vegas that first year it was like $30,000 to win plus all the prizes. It was like $30,000. Where else can you make $30,000 in a weekend?
Yeah. Now they got travel expenses because they do. These guys, I've had them on the show. They're 40 strong, and that's the reason that their program is so strong. And these guys are committed. They're like, if we've got 15 events a year, all 40 guys go to all 15 events.
Well, there's guys like Mike Bush and a couple others that actually they'll make the trek from North Carolina down to an event in Florida, and then they'll show up and they'll roll in and be like, "We're here at Snowbirds," and spend like another week. They just make it like a 3-week turn. They do 2 events down in Florida, Snowbirds and that Drag Nationals, and then on the way back, through South Carolina, they'll stop at another one.
That's my dream when I retire. I'm not that far away, so we'll see. Maybe I'll be doing it.
Well, I was just telling a friend of mine the other day, it'd be like, if I got paid to race RC cars for my job, I would be the happiest man on the planet.
You're not kidding. Well,
I really would. I've been doing it since I was 12 years old, and I'm now 47.
Well,
so
you
35,
people,
35 years.
Yeah, you see people like Scotty. And,
Ernst.
And some of those guys, they're getting paid to do what you're doing,
Jared Barton, he's the up and young comer.
Yeah.
Got to give him credit. I mean, he does Snowbirds, the last 2 years. He was part-time this year because I heard he had the flu and missed it, but he rallied and stayed in there. So
you got talent, buddy. So who knows?
I'm not as talented as Barton, though. I would like to go down there and hang out there. Even if I wasn't racing at Birds, just go down there and just do some announcing, do what he does, and maybe get to do some driver interviews or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd love to.
Yeah. I might have to set you loose here today and do some driver interviews, but you're going to be busy. You're going to be so busy.
Well, I don't know. We might be able to get some in beforehand, before the chaos starts.
Yeah, we'll do some fun stuff.
The controlled chaos, as we call it.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So I think you're like me. You're going to race a little bit today too, though, right?
Yeah, I'm going to fuel my normal breakout car, do some announcing. A friend of mine is hooking me up with one of these new Losi cars. I was just out there practicing with it. I was pretty impressed.
Yeah, you had it down. You returned some good laps.
Well, we're hoping to get it faster. But
yeah. I was looking at the checkoff list, and there's a healthy amount of the NASCAR.
Yeah, it seems to be like one of the classes that is like taking the nation by storm, just like, Losi, they had a great idea. I mean, a lot of track owners are levitating towards that, hobby shops. I think it's a great thing because if somebody says, well, can I do this? No, can't do that.
Yeah.
Can I do this? No, can't do that.
Yeah, that's right. I mean,
that keeps the cost of racing down.
Yeah, and keeps it fair. I mean, I've seen people practicing last night and today, and we're all in the same boat. We're all on about 3/10 apart. It's going to be some awesome racing.
It just basically when you run like the same stuff, it puts it into the driver's hands. It's just like NASCAR.
Yeah.
NASCAR got away from the high dollar stuff and gave them a spec car to run basically, and well, that's what Losi did. They gave us a spec car to run.
Yeah.
It's how to drive, how to stay clean.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, you got to keep the car freed up. I mean, that's where you see it. If you're center off and you pinch that car, you're going to lose 2/10. Like you have to really.
Oh yeah, I found that out.
Yeah,
I found that out.
Chassis free.
Found that out.
But it goes back to what you said. It's all driver, right? Because you don't have motor, you don't have battery to kind of compensate for a bad corner. You turn a bad corner, it's going to take you 3 laps to get it back because everybody else is gone.
That's just like in Breakout. I mean, Breakout says, a lot of guys say, oh, you're just racing the clock. You're not racing each other. I mean, there's been some events that I've been at. I mean, I can think of one in particular at Austin Town Hobbies. Nick Esposito, myself, and Billy Gerba and a couple others. I mean, for like the whole main, it was basically nose to tail. You stick your nose in there, back off because you're like, oh, now I'm gonna break out. And it was like we all finished on the exact same lap, just like 2.5. You could throw a blanket over the cars. We were that close. And we were actually bumping too. We were doing a little bumping, trying to get somebody to break out, and it didn't work.
So let's talk about breakout for a minute because you've raced it, right? I've seen it. I personally think it's one of the best things for this hobby.
Well, see, it's kind of like you said. It's one of the best things. It's kind of like the spec classes, the ready to runs, but it'll actually bring the old guys back that have like the RC10L3s and the 4s and heck, some of like the old ADX cars and like Custom Works Aggressors. Use that for example. Like, he's not here today, but Dave Hoagland used to race Breakout all the time with an old Aggressor, and he'd walk into the track and be like, "We're racing for second place today."
Yeah.
He's
a good driver.
Yeah, he's just a good driver. I mean, you can take a brushed car or a brushless car. You can take somebody's hand down, 21.5 motor that, doesn't meet their specs for whatever they want to do here, and you can put it in the car, and guys can come in and fun. It could be like old guys, middle guys, young guys, or heck, even kids.
So would you say that, a guy could come with a hopped up car, he's got, let's just say $1,000 in it, but who cares? As long as he just has to run that same lap, who cares, right?
Well, the whole goal is to run as close as you can without breaking out.
Yeah, right.
But like I said, you don't have to spend $1,000 to do it. You could go on eBay or go on carpetovalracing.com and just buy a $200 car.
But what I'm saying,
and come out here and play.
What I'm saying is, if you see that guy in the pits, that's what he enjoys about the hobby, is the flashy batteries and the flashy charger and the flashy cars and changing springs and everything every race. It doesn't matter as long as you can outrace that guy, you're right in it, right?
Right.
Yeah. And I think that's what I like about it. Like any level of the hobby that you enjoy, once you go breakout, they can all just go into one melting pot. And now
that's correct.
You can spend, because you've raced it. So am I on the right path there to say that? I mean, I would.
Truthfully, like, to field a competitive 21.5 truck, it does take a lot of time and a lot of effort. Me being a truck driver, trying to enjoy my hobby,
right?
I've made the decision that I'll field a part-time truck program once in a while, but when I go racing, it's going to be breakout.
Got it.
Just because it's once you build your car, you get it set the way you can drive it. Like, I've been to this track, numerous other tracks across the country, including down to Snowbirds when they ran it. And yeah, they made a bunch of changes, but it was just basically, once you got the car set and a tire combination that you like, it's pretty much, cut and dry.
Ready to
you just
go.
roll in the racetrack, charge your battery, dope tires, set the time, maybe, play around with some steering speed or whatever. It does make a difference with the cars. Like, I went out there and I made 2 steering speed adjustments, and I slowed down 0.2. I went backwards instead of going where I wanted to go. Right. So I just put it back where it was, and I'm like, all right, well, we'll go back out, at some other point of the day, and we'll see what happens.
And everything was good.
Everything was good. Then I grabbed the Losi car and I went out there and practiced with you for a whole bit.
Right.
Yeah, yours didn't look too bad.
Right. Yeah. Just clunking around a little bit. I'll get it. I was running 5 flats. I think we're gonna have to be mid 4s to race with some of these boys that are out here all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like we got a whole bunch of different variety of cars and speeds. The only thing we're not gonna have today, and I'm kind of sad they're not here. They're up at PRW up there, is the 10 scale mods.
Yeah. So run through the list. What are we going to see today?
Well, we're going to see the 12 scale Losi box stock class. We're going to see some SK modifieds. We're going to see some 21.5 trucks.
Nice.
We might see some 12 scale trucks. They may show up.
I heard they're
rubber
running
tire.
They're running some 1RC today too.
Yeah, they're running little 1RCs.
Yep.
El Presidente was going over how we're just out there, creating a restart zone, as we call it, or a start zone. We're going to be doing rolling starts.
Okay.
Just like NASCAR, we're going to have a start zone.
Racing on the tone or laps? These are things I guess I should have asked before, right?
Some of the classes, they may be doing laps, but mostly it's 4-minute timed.
Yeah.
But rolling starts, each car was on its individual clock.
Right. Cool.
So, as long as you, I guess the line is pretty much right where we're at, where I'm facing. So if you have a blunder beforehand, it's not going to kill you.
Yeah, right. Just get it right before you come out of 4.
Yeah, just get it right and tight out of 4 is what I call it.
That's a T-shirt.
Yeah, right and tight.
Right there.
That's the phrase I started here, I guess, and it's kind of stuck, right and tight. Let's get it right and tight, and I'm going to hit the button, and I'm going to send you.
Nice. Well, speaking of that, you probably got a lot of work to do, but we're going to get you back on here later because you're fun. So
I'm fun?
Yeah, you're good at this, man. You're good at this.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's a couple racers that wouldn't mind.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get racing.
My suggestion is like immediately after round 1, especially in the SK
The
class.
drama starts to build, right?
Well, I got a few picks to click, and to take the championship
All right.
this year. Because our defending 21.5 truck champ, I got to give a shout out to him, Dave Hoagland. Sorry you're not here. Hopefully you're recovering from open heart surgery. He had open heart surgery.
Yeah, we do wish you the best, buddy.
Yeah, I wish you were here, Dave. I know if he was here, he'd probably defend his title in 21.5 trucks. So that one's open.
Hey, I'm 5 hours away in Wisconsin. I've heard the name, so the guy's good.
Yeah, he's a former BRL champion. He's been around a while. We call him the cagey old veteran. Doesn't matter what he runs. When he rolls in, you got your hands full. You better get up on the wheel and drive, because he's an old guy.
Yeah.
He can still get it done.
Yep.
For that T-Rex clan.
That's awesome.
I think now that some couple other people passed away within that organization. I think he's the older statesman now.
Okay. So he still represents.
He still gets up on there and drives. I mean, I've had some battles with him last year a couple years ago at the Moral and Breakout and 21.5 truck, and he is one tough customer.
So he's an RC OG.
Oh, he's OG. Yeah, he's been around for a while.
That's
so
awesome.
Shout out to you, Dave. Hopefully you're recovering.
For sure. Well, I'm going to let you get back to your job. And, I'm going to tour the pits a little bit, see who we got here.
Well, hey, man. It's good being on your show.
Yeah. Thanks for joining me.
All righty.
All right.
Cool.
Introducing Papa Willie's Traction Tonic, the ultimate solution to boost your grip and speed on dirt, carpet, or pavement. Papa Willie's gives you the traction you need to leave the competition in the dust. Just apply and watch your car stick to the ground like never before. No more spinning out, just pure relentless traction. Get Papa Willie's Traction Tonic and put the pedal to the metal. Available online. Visit papawillies.com today. Papa Willie's, where traction meets action.
Is your ride as exciting as a soggy sandwich?
Does your wardrobe scream,
I'm not trying?
Turn heads with Carpies, the place for custom wraps, apparel, and all things awesome. Want to look cooler than your neighbor? Want a wrap that makes your car the talk of the town? Want apparel that screams,
I'm not basic?
Carpies has you covered. Carpies, custom wraps, apparel, and more.
Because who wants to be boring?
Visit Carpies. Wrap your world. Wear your swag. Visit carpies.com today.
So, all right, we got one of the big interviews of the day. I know you as El Presidente, but introduce yourself to the...
I'm Dave Willie, president of the 1/8 Racers, which runs the Black Swamp RC Raceway.
And I got to tell you, my friend, this is an impressive place.
Well, thank you.
We take the show all around the country, all different types of racing. Carpet oval is at my heart. My dad and I started doing that, back in 78, 79, we started doing that. And so it's fun to kind of come home, but...
All right, we got about 12 and a half minutes of practice left. 12 and a half minutes till we're going to shut the track down at 10:45. Get everybody together for a quick driver's meeting, go over a couple things. Give you some more information to digest.
4-1.
You can take some, sure. Yeah, you can take some off. Just kind of...
4-1.
I was stupid and I put them on a sheet. I should have... yeah, it doesn't tear too well.
4-1. 4-2.
So come back home to carpet racing is awesome, but you guys have brought this to a much higher level than back when I was doing it. So very impressive, and kudos to you guys. So how long has the track been here?
Track has been here about 6 years.
Okay.
We originally were a nitro club that
Okay.
had an outdoor track, and then we lost that. And the indoor track we used to race at closed. He retired and moved south. So then we took this upon ourselves to do this here. And we are a non-profit club also.
Sure. So today we're looking at the Ohio Oval Nationals.
Yeah,
correct?
second annual.
Nice. Yeah. So I know that first race was amazing. I had seen it on live, a lot of footage of it. It was a great race. Today's going to be challenged to be that as good as that one, but it already looks like you got a house full of heavy hitters.
Yes, a lot of fast cars here.
Yeah. So So what are some of the classes that we'll see today?
4-2.
We have the 1RC crate late models, rubber tire truck 13.5, rubber tire car, which is 17.5, 12 scale oval,
4-1. 4 flat.
SK mod 21.5 foam tire truck,
4 flat.
the breakout class, which can only run a certain lap, it can't go any faster.
Right.
And then the low C NASCAR class, which is probably our biggest class today.
4-2.
Yeah, and I'm excited about that. I get an opportunity to run that, and now I get an opportunity to run in a 1RC class, so I'm super excited about that as well. So I actually get an opportunity to go. I've run a couple laps already. Track is fast, a lot of good grip, but it doesn't seem like you have to depend on tire sauce to be good here.
This track has its older carpet. It is probably 10-ish years old, so it still has a lot of grip in it.
Yeah, no, it's seasoned. The sauce is seasoned perfectly. Great track, nice even on both sides. So nobody's going to see this till Monday. So what's the secret of getting around here?
Be smooth.
Be smooth.
Don't hit the flappers.
4-2.
Yeah.
Be consistent.
I'm seeing more and more of the flappers. There's a track by us, 608 Speedway in Wisconsin, near Stoughton, Wisconsin, and they're running the flappers, and man, they're like, are there magnets in those flappers?
I sometimes think there is.
Yeah,
it seems like it.
Sure sucks me in.
Yeah, they get you in there. You try and cut that corner as close as they can.
They'll get you.
And there's the flapper.
Yeah, so I got to ask, Black Swamp with the alligator, probably one of the coolest RC logos ever. Where'd you guys come up with that?
3-8.
This whole area back in the 1800s was a swamp.
Okay.
And they finally drained it, so all kinds of animals were in it, and that's where the name came
4
from.
flat.
But was there an alligator or a crocodile?
I don't think there was an alligator or crocodile. Maybe frogs and stuff like that. But
All right, I'm bad at my amphibians.
in our imagination, there might have been an alligator.
Just go allegedly. That always gets you off the hook.
3-8.
So is it an alligator or a crocodile? I'm so bad
It's
with
an
that.
alligator.
Okay, I thought so, but it's just wanted to make sure.
That's the story we're going with.
3-7.
And the other key is there merch available?
Yes, it's on Carpy's
Nice.
website, and we have our store on there, and they handle everything.
9-6.
Yes, they do. They do the same for us. It's outstanding that
They do an awesome job.
yeah, you can just have a merch store.
This is from them.
Yeah, I'll be ordering it. I wasn't sure if you're going to have some at the track, so I waited, but now I know. As soon as we're done with this, I'll be ordering this up. So
They handle all our merch for us.
that's awesome. So I know you got a lot to do today, sir, but I just wanted to bring you over here and
I
say
appreciate you guys coming down.
Yeah.
You're welcome back anytime.
I appreciate that. And most of all, just thank you. Thanks for doing this. This is the important part of the hobby, is that somebody will actually jump in the deep end of the pool.
I hope so.
And, and take the responsibility. So I know everybody here is having a great time. It's going to be a great day of racing.
All right.
All right. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Yep.
The announcer now, we're talking to one of the top drivers out here. And I know you got a story here at this track. So who are we talking to today?
My name is Paxton Herman. I've been racing for about 9 years. This is my first year running oval.
That's cool. Welcome, Paxton. I appreciate you coming on the show. So you can tell the story, but tell me if I'm right. Was it you at like 4 years old you started doing this?
Yeah, I was about 4 years old when I started.
All right. So tell a story. What I heard was You would sit on your dad's knee, and you would steer?
I would sit on my dad's knee. I'd be racing like a short course truck. I'd be sitting on his knee, and I'd just be racing from there because I was about like 2'5".
That's cool. I mean, to have the concentration at 4 years old. I saw another young driver. I think he's 7 or 8, and he was doing a great job. He's in one of the Losi NASCARs. Saw him doing a great job too. You guys are truly the next generation of this sport. You know, it's awesome when I see drivers of your age and your talent. So that's the rough side. You know, when you're old like me, racing against you young guys, got all those great quick moves. So what are you racing? What are you going to race today?
I'm going to race Hack Fab.
Okay.
And I'm going to race Losi NASCAR.
All right, Hack Fab. To the folks in the audience that aren't super familiar, tell us a little bit about what's in that car.
So it's an 18-tooth hobby wing motor.
Okay.
Just stock ESC. And it's 12 scale.
Okay.
It's a micro B and micro T, pretty much, just put together.
Okay. And that's where it gets the name Hack, because it's been fabricated together.
Kind of, yeah.
See, I'm old, but I figure this stuff out.
Yeah.
So cool. So is that just your favorite class, or?
Well, it's one of our friends, David Brock. He got it running for me, and we got to get some time in tuning with it. And since it's my first time running oval, well, I ran earlier in the year, and then I just got busy, so this is my first actual race in oval. Okay. And it's so far my favorite car.
Cool. This track is something else. I mean, it is high bite, fast, just a great layout.
Yeah, it's our track.
Yeah, right. And so is this pretty much primarily the track you've raced at your whole career so far?
Yes.
Okay.
For on-road, yes.
Okay, cool.
And over.
So, any idea how many cars are in your class? Who you're up against?
Well, I'm up against Dave Brock, one of our buddies.
Okay.
I think he's gonna put about 2 laps on me.
He's the man to beat, huh? Well, that's why we run all the laps, because all kinds of stuff can happen. You know, you've been racing.
And Jason, he's one of our local racers, same with Dave.
Okay.
And those are the 3. And then we have Jerome. He races here a lot. So, yeah, I'm excited to race against some of the home dudes.
That's cool. Well, we're excited to watch you race. I saw you clicking us some laps last night, talking to some drivers, and I'm like, kid's good, man. Kid's good. We're chasing him. Yeah. Well, and more importantly than that, you're a good young man. I can tell. You know, you represent the sport well. You're out here showing. Hopefully, other young racers that'll see this on the podcast will say, "Man, that's cool. I want to be like him, and I want to go out and race like Paxton does, and give them the motivation to go racing." So
yeah, my thought when I won the Rising Star program at the Canadian Nats is when you're a kid, you just keep confident, because it's a confident boost and get your name out there. And I think me as a kid doing what I'm doing is going to help other people have more self-confidence.
That's right. So let's talk about that a little bit, right? You're now going to kind of be on the committee to help pick a next Rising Star, because we're doing that today.
Yeah.
We are offering out a Rising Star program. We were involved in recently at RC Chili Bowl. We did it in the dirt side of the racing. Jordan Mann, a 12-year-old racer, she won that thing, and was pretty blown away.
Yeah.
And so, how did it feel for you to win that?
So it really was just like I was there to have fun. You know, I was just trying to make the 50th percentile, just make a C-main. Then I didn't realize what I was going to notice by, and it just gave me energy and confidence. And then I started putting in more hard work, and I hope it makes others think that way. I want them to put more hard work into it.
For sure. Great program out of Canada. Those guys that run Rising Star are so dedicated.
It's a good time.
Yeah, for sure. So, and thank you for being a good representative of that. We just got introduced to it by having them on the show. And during the show, TJ and I, even though we were in different states, we're looking at each other on the camera going, we got to get involved in this. This is exactly what our show is about. It's about presenting this hobby to people maybe that never known, letting them know you can get involved in it for not a ton of money, perfect your craft, and you can really have a lot of fun. So
Yes.
we got involved since we're RC Underground Radio. We give away radios, so we've been giving away the radio, the SoundWow radios, and we'll be doing that again here today. So super excited. Fantastic that you took some time out here to chat with me, and just keep doing what you're doing, buddy.
I appreciate you.
Yep, you're a good young man. So good luck today.
All right,
thank you.
I appreciate it.
All right. Keep on going. Keep on going. Let's go. Hold your line. Hold your line. Let's go. All right, we're 6 laps into this spectacular speed. Michael Oaks out there, that racing, followed by Paxton, Tom, Jason, Chris, Nick, Jim, Ellie, and Dave. Oh, looks like our leader just got in a little trouble. As we put Paxton up in that number 1 spot. Tom in number 2, Jason 3, drops Michael down 4. These things are like Humpty Dumpty. They kind of race and drill. Drivers, 29 ready to go. We got Michael Oaks back on that race lead, followed by Jason Coates, Tom Taylor, Chris Fowler, Patrick Herman, Jim Good, Dave Brinkman, Nick Taylor, and Ellie. Looks like Mike Oaks is fast and flat so far, but still 0.835. Everybody out there slicing and dicing, trying to hold on for the last 5 laps. We have 3 cars on that lead lap. That's Michael, Paxton, and Jason. 1 lap to go. That's a race. Michael Oaks takes that, followed by Paxton, Jason, Chris, Tom, Nick, Dave, and Jim.
You all finished.
Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of RC Underground Radio. We hope you enjoyed it. I want to thank our great sponsors, Carpies. If you need a wrap, if you need shirts, if you need anything, please give them a call. They will hook you up right. I just had some new stuff done, freshening up some stuff for the summer, and they knocked it out of the park like they always do. And Papa Willie's. If you got to get around the racetrack and maybe you don't quite have enough to just get there, Papa Willie's will get you there. So be sure you reach out to Papa Willie's as well. So everybody have a great week, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for listening to the RC Underground Radio Podcast. Be sure to like, subscribe, and tell your fellow racers about the show. Tune in again next week for more RC content.